Aries.
Hello Aries, and Happy New Year's 2013. We're going to be looking at your chart here for January to see what you have coming up. Now some of you might have started your personal New Year's just a couple of days earlier with a big bang. Sun conjunct Pluto there could indicate that some of you might have received a job offer or been in some kind of meeting with powerful people to be that can have a direct influence on you and your career, not just for now, but in the coming entire year. And there's going to be some follow-up energies supporting this just throughout the first half of the month. We'll get back to that, but you want to note the 6th and the 16th, where there will be more information coming your way. So say, for example, if you had any job interviews there on the 29th or 30th, there might be some news coming back to you there on the 6th, and then a follow through there on the 16th. So there's this big push for you now to break through in your area of career. In the overall, you have a lot of things going on in that area anyway. What we'll be seeing here in January, you're going to have transits going through both with the Sun and Mercury. Pluto is there. You'll also have the new moon coming and joining us there on the 11th, which is a good time to sow those new seeds and to expand and think ahead of what it is you want to accomplish there when we get closer to the new moon at the end of the month. Venus will also be joining the crowd, the party, should I say. So January for you is a month to celebrate what you have achieved. And Capricorn being in your career house, that just shows how goal-oriented you are as the person you are. You're always out there to initiate and to climb to that top. And this should be the year for you where you're setting it up already from the clear get-go of 2013. So let's go a little bit back to these dates that can be important. You have Mercury there squaring Uranus on the 3rd, so I think the little jolt that you got right before New Year's, something of that will be coming back where you're going to not necessarily revise, but it's more like, can I really do this? Am I ready to let go of the known, you know, on the path where you've been? So definitely it's showing that there's new things breaching here for you. And followed on the 4th, whatever you're doubting or thinking of there on the 3rd, on the 4th you will get whatever confirmation it is you need, or should I say the conviction that you need to make that right choice. Mars trining Jupiter there on that day is definitely pointing out direction for the horizon, which is going to be expanding for you. And the beauty of it is, it seems like you have a lot of good team players around you that are totally supportive of what it is they think and know that you could do and achieve and embrace now as far as your goals. So it doesn't get better than that. Then on the 6th, you got two wonderful things coming in confirming that this is a right choice. Both Mercury conjunct Pluto there, and then you also have Mercury trining Saturn. Once again, these are big team players. This could be your boss. It could be your supervisor. It could be somebody who's rooting you and cheering you along, which will come in and set things in fact in stone. Great day for any kind of contract signing that will secure you for a long time to come. We're talking over the next few years here, so it's not short term. This is long-term changes. So follow your hunch and your instinct on this. Then we have Venus joining that company on the 8th, so I feel that it's really time for you to celebrate what is going on for you. And it's joyful, you know, it's kind of jolting you only a little bit. Why? Because you have that Uranus now passing through your persona. There's changes, and you have started to feel this already last year, that you were breaking away, liberating from the old. And a lot of you probably felt somewhat antsy, want change. Something's got to happen, breaking out of the rut, even though not exactly knowing where that would go, but you were sending signals to the universe, and here they are. They heard you, they're here, they're breaking through, and it's time with this Venus here to know that you financially are also going to be doing really good. So this month is all about you and your new persona. You might see that there might be a feeling, a need, or a want to change. You could be changing the way you do your hair, your makeup, and if you were a guy, you might start either, you know, growing a beard or taking your beard away. There's many ways that men also can renew themselves. And this is all kind of like tuning in, getting ready for these new ventures that you will probably start already there in February. But January is all about setting the scene. Then we have that new moon, that beautiful new moon coming in also right behind this romantic night of the 9th, where Venus and Neptune are going to do the dance and bring out the magic. A beautiful time to either meet somebody new in your life, or it would also be to have a wonderful night with your loved one. But this new moon coming in right behind it is that time to sow the seeds of your intentions. Where do you want to go? Where are you heading? What is it you want to achieve with this? Again, this new moon, where do you think it is? It's in the area of your career. So you see how they all kind of tie together here. And you'll have time to think about other things later on. But January is, in fact, it's not just the new moon sowing those seeds for later harvest, but this is, in fact, you for the whole entire year is the best year for the best month for a career for you. And having Mars there in your 11th house, the area of socializing, networking, I see that you can meet a lot of important men, for one. In your associations, in your socializing, make sure that you make a note of who they are. You know, take little business cards, whatnot, because they can become important to you later on. So all kinds of networking should be quite important this month. And then we have Saturn is in your 8th house, so we can talk a little bit about that. 8th house is debts, other people's money, it's royalties, commissions. So maybe for some of you, the new jobs that you're opening up for right now is commission based, or you can also negotiate. Make sure you know about this when you go into your talks, is to ask them what kind of bonuses, what kind of what we call fringe goods can follow this job, what kind of insurances can you get, what benefits can you get. All that you want to wrap up now while you can. That's the positive and upside of Saturn looking out for you and securing you from other people's money. The downside is you want to be aware of how you spend your money and where you spend your money, because Saturn may restrict, okay? It could be that you might need to save a little bit more and not be as generous, you know, to yourself or the outer world right now, as Saturn is transiting your 8th house, okay? Because it kind of binds. Imagine the rings that Saturn has. So something, there might even be delays on some settlements if you've been waiting for that. Well, things can be a little slow in that area. Don't expect those things to move too quickly. Even though right now, I have to say it's in a very good aspect to Pluto, which is a mutual reception, meaning the one will support the other because they're occupying each other's sign. So that's good, and especially there is a day for that as well, which we're going to come back to. But whatever you can get onto paper right now is what's going to secure you also financially. Now, that said, this Saturn's going to be in your 8th house here for some time to come, probably still another couple of years. And so you might see that Saturn's thinking long term. How can you put away and save money? How can you perhaps consolidate funds and money? And that's not a bad thing. You might feel that it might constrict you and restrict you a little bit, but not for future reserves, okay? What else is going on for you? Well, the Neptune. Let's talk a little bit about Neptune, okay? That kind of came into Pisces last year. You all got a good touch and feel of what that was. Neptune, when it comes into a new place, it kind of dissolves everything that it's known on this journey for the last 15, 18 years. So, sure, a little confusion. But in that confusion, it was also asking you, what is it you want to do? What is your dream? What is your highest ideal? What do you want to bring out to the world, okay? So these things were looming in your subconsciousness last year, and now as it's coming back in a direct manner, you will see how this is going to take stronger and stronger effect. You will harmonize with it as you go along. Being in the hidden part of your chart means that it's going to be, for you, working more on your subconsciousness. So that would be like you getting hints, or feeling that your higher self is trying to slip messages through to you, or your guides. So many of you will start feeling this spiritual attunement and this greater sense of compassion to the world as well. Your heart and your heart chakra will open, and your third eye will open more to greater visualization. And oh God, your dreams too. Watch your dreams. They may start taking on new shapes and forms as well. So many of you will probably want to start doing a dream journal, just for the sake of having it, you know, in years to come, and when you look back, because this is a transformative phase and period in your life. And Pluto, yes, that's going to be in your career house for many, many years. So you're going to find your power. It's been there for a while already, but you're going to find your worth, your value, and the way you can impact people more than in the past. You know, it's like you're really coming into your own to take on leadership roles. You have the authority now to know what you're talking about. You've achieved these levels. And if you're young, well, let me just tell you, you're coming into your power at a young age. You didn't have to work for it throughout a whole lifetime for that to kind of surface to the top. So you're going to start off as entrepreneurs in a mighty, strong way. Perhaps even reaching to starting your own companies during this time. Then we have some other dates we want to look at and check out. You have that starry, beautiful, romantic night, which I mentioned on the 9th. Put that on your chart, on your calendar. And then we have the 16th, 17th, which is, again, coming in to secure you on whatever talks happen right there about New Year's. I see contractual agreements. And whatever talks you have with your other, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, or spouse, I see that being very deep and authentic as well. Also where Venus can kind of really move into this very passionate state to really get in under each other's skin. If you've had things that you've been wanting to talk about for a long time and you've been putting it off or waiting for the right time, perhaps this would be the time to have that talk with your significant other, to really heal, you know, and weed out and then put in place new patterns, which can be just extremely lovely for both of you for a long time to come. Then we have both Sun and Mercury. They will be entering into your 11th house here, the house of friendships, hopes, dreams, idols, ideals. On the 18th and 19th, so that tells me that anything with networking, social groups, friendships, it's going to be a time for you to kind of lay back a little bit, because the first part of the month has all been, you know, work. Now it's more like time to take off a little bit and hang a little looser and have some more fun. New people may be coming into your life at this point, and many of them can also come to become long-term friends. And I see that they will come in on a certain vibratory level with you where that compatibility may work right off the bat. Okay, like instantaneous friendships may come from this time and throughout the month. And then we also have, if any documents or papers need to be signed, there is a second date this month you want to be aware of, which is the 22nd. And it's good in the sense that Jupiter is there, so it will behoove you, it will expand you. If it's about money, well then you'll see that there will be more money coming in. If you're signing up to take any classes, a fantastic time. You will be able to get the knowledge that you're seeking. If you're looking to publish anything, any blogs or any ebooks or something, fantastic time to get any contracts for that as well. Because whatever it is, it's going to have a far-reaching effect. And then we have a fun day to kind of just hang loose, which is the 26th, a very jovial time. Times with friends would be really nice. And then we have, of course, the full moon, which will show up in your 5th house there on the 26th. So a good time with your children, perhaps. It could also be a good time to get pregnant. But this area kind of rules the children and recreational fun and hobbies, and just to take time off and not think about work at all. So, you know, if you're going to schedule anything for that, then put in on your chart there on the 26th. Also, it's a time to reap whatever intentions you put out there with the new moon. So you might be reaping some of them. And then I want to end off the month with Jupiter moving direct. And you have Jupiter here in your 3rd house for communication. So many of you will notice how things will start moving forward as far as being able to talk about your grand scheme of things. You know how Jupiter has great visions, and being in this house of communication, it's more like if you started something here last year and it started off well and suddenly it dried up, well, that was Jupiter going retrograde. But I see that picking up. So whatever started, I see you moving ahead with it and expanding on it. And if you're going to be traveling, excellent time to travel, both short distance, but it could also be long distance. Both of them are represented here. So good for you, and I hope you will enjoy this coming month, and be sure to hit subscribe so you can get your next monthly horoscopes directly sent to you. Bye for now.